nkofo no nti ono abo no de ya next no do
enye kantina wudwane fi ono abo ajima mboko
pacho nyame ado bibia ya okay
yete nyame ase ene se ye kase eye securities and exchange commissioner mujumedi amudi pa ene de
yo mini aba me dase babenchia yetiefo ne ahwefo nyina oba Ghana ye financial sector na about 4 or 5 key agencies are omudi dwumadie ewo sector ho
okay
inti the kan the Bank of Ghana and I said the central bank na central bank no ono na ehihye monetary policy also regulatory banks and udi other dwumadie yes also wo the Securities and Exchange Commission nti enho na memewo no ye regulate the capital market
okay
na chese ade bia e fasika se montoto ye ho a eye investment se medisika ekohye bibi mu na menya ho mfaso no eno eye sec na hwe so and Securities and Exchange Commission hwe so ansa na oba NPR for so hwe pension National Insurance Commission for so hwe insurance nti ye nyina na ye kabom na ye share ade friend of the Financial Stability Council ye hwe oman nyina sikasem so enti okoba Financial Stability Council wha sa agencies nyina ye adwuma bom said e be ya because sikasem to ye no we dey affect we dey enti ye hwe bibia said e be ya say risk be eba system ni mo a ye be hu ntem because risk in the banking sector can affect insurance. Risk in insurance can affect the capital market. Eti ye hwehwe sa no man nyina ho toto ye na ya toto ni ye said be your mind no ebe fan into my payfra.
Okay. Send said ye wasi achemu mo hwe twetwe ntoto ye ehunu fan ebe koso mo bebo eba no you know yensikasema mo bebo eho ban. To be tinjo kas na de na mutimiti na hono mo han ye nhwe han pa ema bondholders or mutimi suffer out of DDEP.
Exactly. Me that say eba sa ade na eno sa debt exchange program the course no central government and I say a buying policy yen a Securities and Exchange Commission there yen ye regulate your friend is saying womo edi dwumadie or capital market no se obi pese oye ote dwumadie na oye investment yene obaba e ho abeje license se uni license a untimi nye investment activity yama license ni ahwe se omo yama omo license omo fa nhwe nkofo sika so no omo hwe so pepepe ne kwan so yesa hwe the stock exchange so ye hwe no ma ekoso nti kwan ya dwadi si koso on the Ghana Stock Exchange afei so ye hwe companies are from publicly listed companies and as a companies or more exchange in so almost ya monitor almost said be ya nkofo do musika koto shares or companies no and also companies no e di omudwumadi pepepe se be ya nkofo sika enkokem obi pese what company na pese o issue shares no raise sika edition adwuma no mu and also ye na ehwe ho asemka but say eba ne say kwan a ye fa so toto aban sikasema eno enu enu baby aban no na take decision
policy a mo sec mutimi advice aban no ekase say yeti na chire na say yehwa sa policy we say no these are the challenges ebetimi affect customers no enti ensesemo implement mutimi ma such advice
exactly yema advice no
okay
yema advice no wo hwe the Financial Stability Council abedi kan kan wasem na a key member of in fact ye need to omanpanyifo ewo oman no sikasem ehun nyina nti saban ebitu anamon bia ye timi kase we say na be affect ye sikasem say na be affect economy no say na be affect we but e futu na betimi de ama aban no say aban no say obefa say onfa the discretion agent aban so nti me sure say ye predecessors ebi omo ma aban no efutu say
ka me ba be bisa senti aban dada no mama omo efutu
me sure say your predecessors ebe mo efutu say DDP am pese mo ye ni say na because e ha dwene pa in fact the aspect of a market your friend of the fixed income market you can fixed income market baby your ton treasury bills ne bond notes ne ade bonds ne ade no in fact abanye DDP no in fact e kun market no kra e kun fixed income market no kra ye shares afiase ye toto aban toto no ma yie na ye sikasem ejina yie na exchange rate no e call form na eno ntino some money market instruments no be ye bit unattractive and na ye hunu say now there's been a lot of activity here and kakanka move back to the fixed income market what you see just say in fact isikasem de e call form ye pa o share since 2018 oko Ghana Stock Exchange so since 2018 there was not a single IPO not just say if we say MTN a call public our list here in 2018 no new listing was done on the Ghana Stock Exchange you buy through a media through the Financial Stability Council bank policy I encourage in fact we're happy to announce that very soon one of the top banks in Ghana Ebe listed is going to go public. There's going to be a major listing on the Ghana Stock Exchange, which is a new listing. You kind of IPO, no? So there are several others in the pipeline, and next year we'll see a lot of, companies going to list on the stock exchange to create liquidity on the exchange, to move activities on the exchange. Enti, sikasem to yes, aban no di no dwumadi ya. Aban hye no ma ya. E won so de ma financial sector no but saban no en to no ma yi a who say the capital market no dwumadi no e ko form pa capital market no it play a critical role in the economy because e ho na enwumakuo ahodo e raise sika e de show madwumam e ba o madwumam na omutimi fa nipa dodo e man kofo adwumaye enti implication so enti say one manage economy ni ye na implications no on the capital market no be ye basasa e na ha adwene ye pa eno ne ade ba ko a e ha ye in the previous enti new administration ya be ye focus pa say ye be strengthen capital market no
okay
na ya ye a number of reforms ye introduce new products on the market ye encourage ye in fact as we speak ye virtual asset service providers bill and also the new product eba ye forest trading platform guidelines and also ebeba enche sa no mani nyina inim say a lot of activity beba capital market ne so ebeba nyumaku ahodo mo man nim etime raise sika e dey show madwumam mo ba madwumam no na Ghana fo adwuma koso na nkofo onye adwuma ye na nkofo living standard improve sa na ye hyehyɛ o man
okay me de say ye kasa wankasa kasa mo kan say DDP no ade a ebe ha adwen pa cite examples now wo kasa no so wasan ya chire mu say aban aye hyehyɛ a in a way restore confidence in the markets no yen hye kwan ade ba ade pote na sekefo na muntu ben na mutu aban yen hyehyɛ bi ama wo mo so a bondholders are not they were affected no bibi o hono aban to in a way to compensate them and so they even talking about confidence e betime restore mo say nya gidi wo mo ana
on say you be Bob Minister for Finance about so on say Minister for Finance will take you over all the notes are mature within the first on say a lot of the coupons were in fact he paid what you saying aban demonstrated enough confidence towards the DDP. Okay. In fact, it's not any idea in doubt. Aban has demonstrated that it is going to honor the DDP. And Osha Namoa Ekoswa. I think the problem kakra yewo yenya kakra a year before the DDP, Mukai, I think in 2019. And so Aban through the Securities and Exchange Commission, revoke fund management companies and as investment companies be licenses. Na nkofo sika hjem na aban go na aban bailout ma wo mo na bailout no wantimi entua nwie no ko into ye buy no ye hwehwe nkrata mu no ye hu se eka kese so wo ho ni nyina ye legacy issues aye hwe se ekwan be na be fa so a ye be complete bailout program no enti ya a lot of engagement especially with the Ministry of Finance mra omo hye afi budget no ye bom paye se aban ebia ochina se minister kan budget na ye benya mpopoye se aban etimi aye allocations kakra ye were constraints kakra because aban resources are under pressure aban were a lot of programs and policies I was say and also ye disika shem ni nyina wo sunsuanso edem economy no na afi eka enso ede chiri na sebe de bia nkofo homete na da ben na mutu esikai da ben na mutu esikai na meka se ekwani aban dada no fa so ye sa bailout program no sebe entwa yi because ewiasin bebie ni ho a ye free bibi indemnify investment say udu sika ko share investment mo a e risk na wofa say sika no nipa na udu sika akɔhye ne sa no obeye na dwuma yie na wonya ho emfaso say wonya emfaso a eno no enye aban eka wati ase eye nipa na udu sika ma na ona anye na dwuma yie enti nipa ne ka meboa enti no but aban our responsibility so protecting investors and no now this out to me na ma sec into sec the also get any say e kwan be na be boa so ama won no a companies omkojiji nkofo sika as investment no sa companies so omo anyu sika ni ya nkofo no mo hye companies na chi no omo direct omo japade e kwan be na aban fa so e de omo nse to omo japade so atonton nanka odi atua wo mo a odi omo ka exactly said e be ya sa pressure na meda the poor taxpayer so what you say
inti no sa na mame bremo ha say eye sa bre no sec na am playing the role year na one emphasis mo no no within sa asem ya okay
sobo no me sure sec there ubetime etu abanfo but
so mo na ban na e de bebo no
so aban na de bebo no because sebi ye Ministry of Finance ase inti Minister for Finance say na ya abano decision na ya taking or cabinet ni inti moon implementing decision
even though we dey futu na bad so once abana taking the decision ni dey nya dey say bit me dey ejuma
before minister na be ko cabinet no we futu be ma no say ade ni na esi na be ye e could do cabinet so a cabinet so be take cabinet decision cabinet decision will override every decision. Inti eno na also implement. Minister kasi yenye say ya. Eno na obeye. What you say? Inti niana also nka ban ye no senka. Aban intervene na ko odi ne sa to sa fan management companies na ja pade so. Na ko tonton na ko de. Na ade ba ko a esa ko boni wo hwe fan management companies na. In fact, abangu no odi ne sa to ajapade ni bi so.
Okay.
Inti nensaka ejapade no bi inti nka sika nka ban etuaye edema omo sign up onto the bailout customers no anka ye be recoup sika no aiden efri nkofo no njapade no so eno so wohwe ekwane a aban fa so ton sa ejapade na basa in fact
basa saying say wo manya amount you due to say ejapade na said nezo mo tete so
just in fact baby omo ton car 4,000 Ghana cedis car yetwi
4,000 car na car ben
me say you be this ankomo ya nka me ma ye a lot of ya forensic audit car yetwi
$4,000 and
cedis me no aba cedis omo ton ekwan omo fa so to eninti no ama even though aban spend this car but
na can I wo honom na 4,000 cedis no e den na be kia
eninti na make say enka wo mo hwe so tonton sa japade no kwan ya fa else enka omo ton no na anka sa mre enka sika enka aban hia na ode be complete bailout program no enka ibenya free ejapade no eden eso emu enka ye dia complete bailout program no but ekwa mfa so tonton no ma no say me say ebi wo ho a me nua ba uhu a owura be ho
ne dan ka ho
nsase ene nan you know yes
ana nsase ne nan no so bibo sen
yeah just your first documents na wa ha nanka anka ma baby ma kire car before 2017 registered car ni a ton of 15,000 chese uju no ho a won te ase se enti se nipa wo ton se japade e yo no na japade ni enanka o ton a anka sei no beton no what I say meanwhile sa sika no nyina no na yo senke ba aban foto mu nanka ye de complete bailout program ko fo a se be bi o mu su kira aban say aban emo into omo ka no anka ho ibenya sika na free ho so unti say no you try and enti ye ni minister edin komo chair because minister say ye nya no sa because aban minister no so on the policy ni programs what I say enkofo no omo ko gigi enkofo sika so omo ko ye investment ama omo no mama omo fa so no sa enkofo no na se bibia anko ye a ye de so bo no bo omo enye taxpayer no na ye de so bo no bo no
Enti say na aban foforo abano measures bi ohono a in a way mo betimi e de somona bo eye companies na mo jeje nkofo sika nei no say ye good company no say de bibi ni ho mo betimi aya
ye ho adwuma enti ano na ma ye sa forensic auditor ye hunu properties no ye say ye reconciliation between adwuma sec and PwC omna na ye liquidator for agent for SEC take over the asset AM fund and so hona GCB capital hona ban this kind of 2 year almost 2 year program ye incomplete adwuma na ye wo ho ye wi na ye be take a decision
ehu sika ban potin out of our properties now wo mu sisi wo mutimi nya free mo de etua
sa sika no e call account miti ye sa your friend is saying audit no ye wi a ye be hunu sika o munya free japade o tonton nim even though per records na ye hunu
4,000
per records na ye hunu to me say enye sika bia e betima so we half of the problem because you say you know you hear about 500 million cedis to complete the bailout exercise.
500 million Ghana cedis
to be able to complete the exercise. You know, a challenge kakra. Enti ye bon pa senka fi no say minister etimi make provisions kakra. Nanka ye tuebi for next year. Nanka the following year. Kakra sa because okasa ban kukuru 500 million based on the military resources. At once enfantua e be a problem because aban so or other dumedia any botaye is in any so eno so se be also here but minister kachire pin say until say obe make even provision for say into sesika no I was say yetimi e kire no e kwane a ye de egu akwan mu a e be masa no ma no NCBO say de be ya yen fasa so bo no enti ye ho krata de ama minister. Okay. You hope say ebe convince minister and say well ye a normal ankoye in fact ye jitum but a kwan be na ebe faso ebe prevent say sa no ma we e bi nsibio.
Okay. O kase na o kase eka eda ho no mo a ni tua na say de be taxpayers so mo be burden yen nanu yi eye wo boss eye honorable Kluche Aveji e de atudwa say wo draft eye bill na what they are said be investors on betimi a compensation investor compensation fund na edebebo omo so ho ban wo mo a be defraud wo mo ene ho nkone ba kwan be so na mo be fa so afande na at the end no so no ensa me burden e meto taxpayers so
yes in fact investor protection fund no it's an excellent idea yet to say oko bank no mo a ye be deposit protection fund na no it protected small depositors.
Okay.
Wo a se bi omo nibie na wasati mo rem na bibi kakra na o de akoto bank na afi o tana yesi bank na gu ne nsanka na sika enti no ya ye fund for bi a eno no aban no levy banks no any market operators no they atum.
That's how I be fund it.
Enti sa enti bibi sa market operators no ye be levy omo you be levy in fact stock exchange for so be bi ene ade enye taxpayer sika aha no de kotum enti ya no se bibi kura si a aban hwe sika da deposit investor protection fund ni mu a na se enso kwa na se aban support ya at least onim se e ka nyina na aban so bibi wo ho a aban no eden ebetimi egina so nanka ode but mame insan kire mu se the investor protection fund no enya ade a e kire se so the sika question investment mu na se company na manage ni na se sika cost enya ade a ubenya osika ni nyina wo investor protection fund ne eso
wunya ni nyina
ba
ubenya bi
deposit protection fund no krasa na che embra no kire usika no percentage a yentua maw na de aka no wako company ne ho wode na court na court ama order na liquidate company no asset na ye de atua oka but just a temporary relief but mainly to protect sebi wo mo ni bia sebi obi aka so onko court kra na onye sika enti no sankofo no aban person making sure say they are totally protected in under the investor protection fund. Sebi ya on the obenya on the sika 10,000 bi no de ko shema enu aban enu nsabeka 5,000 bia nsabeka but sebi wo mo sika kese sebi wo mo the capacity to take steps to even go to court no omo na sebi omo so be normal court akopɛ omo orders.
Okay, minim some to anamo sebosomi o bibisa etwemu ene won hye obi ekoto o de aduane a na kwa kwesi obi so nipa ne gisike ne wi obehwe ni mu a aduane ne ma complaints be break so ene so we scam a ade ekoso o de fa ha no mo so e de ahye ha says sec anamontum aggressive measures being and amo take here bitimi this has come ene sa niema nipa bone for mo fa kuntuna se ebu enkofo sa niema we nyina mo bebre na se
yo me da se yeah in fact you take it over no it was one of the concerns ana yewo because ufa DDP na yekomu no it take a lot of confidence away from the market. But we DDP di fewer ade ba ko it take confidence away from the market a fraud. Say ubi be fakweti kwan so na wode age obi sika se okoye isi na nipa no ade be chen ba kona nipa ni ho na eno so into ochina bi no o ka turu bi so onfa ne sika nkoto ha na I problem. Enti ye take over nyame adom ye hunu se aban na monto ni economic management policy odi egu akwam no ama confidence back to the capital market mankofo ehunu na chese wo se you try na money ye stop enkofo a omayo modgen so mo de boni number bi di sector ho na prevent confidence ankofo enya wo market ni mu no ebesa back iti Milidi a lot of engagement with the Cyber Security Authority. An extensive, engagement on that. We want all the capacity to locate and cover, especially most of these camps. Na abefo intentance so internet so no moyeno. Into you know made in common as through them yitimi track it in no.
Okay.
Yene telecommunication chamber nso share on this same way, because telcos no almost almost send this kind through mobile money and I say we acquire be so you know almost share I engage any Ghana police service and so share and any yoku for so share. And for the past week, a lot of arrests. Arrest be
food
yes. Na tinansia and then cry higher your chain for be Nigerians. Before that, so you call Northern region, you call Rwandan for or many Ghana for, but be na cabo, no so shahwa or more year for we brand nebeji and you call round Omunina Apa, Samri Omunina, a police for him. It ye two among na mamefa konya iso na me educate public no. Say obi ba on chain say be investment and as for esika be she bibie mo a making sure say what fresh Securities and Exchange Commission and asa wako your website a sending message ebusa say nipa asomesi na company ABCD sec for mama no license say ondi say dwumedi we ana ansana say ye ka say ana yamano nkrata ansana wo do sika ayeden akoshe mana so send am nipa kro nipa cho no matter how nipa no promises say ubenya mfaso say make sure say why is that clarification ma men son san kan kire onkofo mo the other hand say the Securities Industries Act makes it an offense say ubeye any investment activity without license from the Securities and Exchange Commission. My mean sense is you. The Securities Industries Act makes it an offense say ubeye any investment activity. Any activity oka catch obi say for say ka ma me beto anaji say na sec for MA license ye chewa uko prison street nti yen fanto ye to so miensa ma memfa konya so and mu media for so say a offense say we be advertise investment activity a sec MA ho kwan MA omo license nti so bi na de ba say bohu de huruma na busane say o sec license way a day na chase Securities and Exchange Commission ama o license say sponsor product and I say yes investment activity we ansana enye say ye chidipa na mo media no so no mo so mo liability and also emrano ewo ho because na say ye hum say a lot of the media platforms advertise money doubling schemes and sika gare and for sika beto na ye say and now send this guy ye be ma say me pacho ni nyina a criminal offense we media na say we advertise sa de na enti yani the Ghana Journalists Association share decide we nkomo say omo fanto omo members nanim say so bi ba omo nchen enim say bo pay advert there mo so mo hia but at least say we hear phone call and I say we catch any pan say for license kire me ansa na maton one day we am no me ngini say ya there esun bia no media house no intiminye
okay yedi enkomo ya odene ho the message we was meaning FSC has no idea or input in T-bill and bonds.
No idea in
or input in T-bills and bonds.
Mami chiremu before a bank and say corporate body be any issuance of bond. Say any approve bond no.
Okay.
We don't determine the rate.
Okay.
We approve the issuance.
No money input be answer so e wo.
We don't make the input. Okay. The law provide requirements are also satisfy before the issuance will be approved. But you determine the rate of T-bills, but we approve the issuance. Yes.
Okay. Any educated you can a stock exchanger. Kwambe so ne faso juma or Ghana Stock Exchange and how does it operate in our Ghana's economy?
But that's it. I made the past will be a question we because nkofo bebre and tiasie so because me was shares for company we more a idea if a company be say business will be and they didn't be in a company but emrama ho kwan say okoji sika free abonten dey be share business nim
okay
but nkofo onye philanthropist into the sika be share business nim a piece of the company any dia because once I was sika share mu kwa there you from shareholders or members of the company until no oko meeting company take decision bia obe vote for an company no take decision company no ntimi nye bibia without say omo no bekasa especially when it comes to the ownership of the company near the other and until yakaso bi wo shares and no one say oh wato odisika ko share company na yamano your friend is saying a piece of the company. Now the way see adwuma say the company no issue shares and I say or your IPO edi kan ba sec na sec ya approve ansa na akọ Ghana Stock Exchange na Ghana Stock Exchange for den a list it ko photo we na Ghana Stock Exchange a list shares no say dey be ya say ukuta shares ni bi na say be uhia usika obekọ ho na ye ton Ghana Stock Exchange ho ye ton shares nti ebia me kuta MTN shares but ebia me ho akire me anate me hia de ayade nti me ko Ghana Stock Exchange say me MTN shares me ton no obi so wo baby a ono so MTN shares ato
okay
no wato but because a public company here say bibia ye transparent no obi ehunu say am for MTN shares awoto no say ansa na woto a utiaka na a transfer sika no aba ho na shares no ye fe bibi Central Securities Depository CSD nti na ho na ye keep shares no anasa omo na the custodian or the registrar of the shares what you say nti ho na bebia say BBC so be was shares CSD na confirm say indeed asomasi or shares ebia 100,000 ewo MTN omo na back nti a very transparent process mobi ehu bi na ye encouraging ko Ghana for ade ye hu no say Ghana companies entampe listing womo ntampe nentia
bibi wo ho ntia mo ntampe
nentia ma Ghana's companies no dodo na mpese ombeko public ne se uko public a eya na requirements no ye different obi wa oye sole proprietor wo bi ne business ono kwa ompese obi abekire no de onye what you say opeso no anya control our company na ono ade ope otimi ye efe so bu also a because the company is public nti we see kasem nyina ye public nti also publishing the financial statement obi also opeso obi hunu say na ekoso aha nti but so we a company now called public eboa ma company no ntanwu because the kind of scrutiny ye dem ma public companies no ubi bia ye monitor nti no
funso bi ba quickly
into directors need to mean take decisions basa what you say into a bank crash say some of the state owned companies now omu afi you say waboka 500 billion afi you say waboka say ni nyina no a bank through siga ye ho adwuma say ye be list some of the companies on the stock exchange say the be ya omu so no ma be transparent say the be ya company no ebe gina ne na so
okay
ehun hia afi so your friend is saying Ghana for companies no obi wa bie na dwuma sebe oti ase ofiri mo na dwuma na chi aye basa basenka oye publicly listed company anka dwuma no betena wa afebo
nti dwuma na egu no ni nyina so obetimi attribute
bebre na yesa
mo enlisted
bebre na especially over Ghana ha bebre na bonse we be company kakraka company no is doing so well momenta nipa no be wupe na fe na chire nyina e basa but a public company because nkofo bi so ewo interest ewo company mu nti no obi eni gina company ne so na sec so we audit your periodic audit company all listed companies almost submit almost financial statements ye hwe kwani amofa so manage company no say dey be ya nkofo mdo omusika ahemu no omu luso omusika itema company no ejina ne naso enu ntina ye encourage say a lot of the banks and so enlisted I feel so your companies here from multinational companies in telecommunication, in mining, petroleum, oil and gas. Ye mra no kire say we adwuma do baby you must offload a certain part of the ownership of the company to Ghanaians. Na Ghana for so nyan faso company nim. Until very soon we are going to force a lot of the
can me baby say no mo ye you go be one of my stats and I think years be going to even to be the manager beginning no say years nature mo say Ghana ni and occupy such positions and all that
exactly until enforcement no na but eno can reforms are sec ye nti sec ye be enforce sad no enche companies no be especially foreign companies now mo ye in mining oil and gas and coal
then enforcement etimi etedama edru maybe me ka say afi ye ba be enforce.
No, say a company no, say company did a number of years. And sana what to me emrana no say ye take you over no ya share books no ye hunu companies are omo due to satisfy that requirement, and we are going to encourage them. We've opened up some of the conversations, and we are going to encourage them to list. We don't ask them to list all. The law mandates that they offload a certain part or a certain percentage of the company to Ghanaians, so that Ghanaians can invest also in the company, so that the Ghanaians can also reap the benefits of those companies. So we are going to enforce all those requirements as well.
A conversation for educating first time investors. And then the dika and I say I feel will be I na june crumpo so person or ye investment sec mo kwanya mo bemu anything.
In fact, investor education is a key part of our mandate. Into your program be a friend of time with the SEC. Okay. You call the regions. Into last week's in your Eastern region, 2 months ago your Volta region. You call the regions near educating for on investment activities.
Institutions.
Yes. We bring together students, market women, traders, teachers. In fact, everybody, chiefs, on everybody. You be you periodic. I mean, education. To say the and yaba you need a for aiding kitawe. Apart from that, your toll-free number. Obi bia o here futu on investment. Obi bia o here futu bia no. Obi tima fresh number no. Your contact emails and what have you. I'll call your website no so. You can ask us any question. Bibia want to ask you bia no. Oba. You be chechiro mu anasa ofra you be chechiro mu anasa oba your officer you won kofo a on be tiki time no ma chechiro mu na wo so wetimetu anamo a ebeboa na enye investors nko na educate omo ye education so ma market operators companies omo ye adwuma in the investment sector so kwan be fa so to to omo normal ye training so ma a police for any a judge for oba the security sector na normally be very technical. Inti yana ibuwa assembly quarter yana a check because ibuwa judge ni krano on stock ni any equities fixed income ni on tiase. Inti no ye periodic training ti issue any new product biana. Ye training the ma your friend is saying a judge for any police for said the be ya obi di bonea emu hwehwemu no ebekoye assembly bakota ombete ase no matimi esiesie ama parties no your friend say eho atom enche ye be pass the virtual asset service providers bill. Okay. Say what to be a friend of cryptocurrency. Ya de ekoso wo Ghana ha papa na nkofo bibiri na masuma se di bone nkofo bi so no very legitimate almost ebo mo business, but there's no regulation. Inti any Bank of Ghana kabom ayaye mra ye de be regulate cryptocurrency hu dwumedie bia e Ghana ha enche ebeko parliament in fact any parliament di hu dwuma enche minister be bill no parliament pass ya eno so no ye beba ye ne mo be ye a lot of public education. You be chirichirimu. You be education. So I'm a police for, a judge for. Obi bia uhia education bia on Saturday no. E kwan be na me fa so a e be benefit me. E kwan be na be fa so a e be boa you dwumadie because there were a lot of implications. The mass sector no. Part ni be very good. Part be bad. Rano be church kwan be fa so be yi ni nyina ni a chirechire mu amankofo atiase ye hunu kwan a ombedi dwuma na edwuma no akoyi. Okay.
Yeah, sorry so me pese efuto be na de be ma finance minister said ye be ya DDP in repeat bio.
Pacho me minister for me asantini ya asantimu
but was a sec penny second to for
me pacho say on say the medical chemu
which chemu
ya ye policy paper e de ama minister on the your friend is saying on the bailout. DDP, the Financial Stability Council, a whole program you implemented to prevent your friend is saying the DDP situation again. But Osha Kwania a bank for buy to isi kasem
there's a we here for two.
Say ye twaso say ya.
We here for two.
Ye GD say ye twaso say ya. Enti ebia futu kakra no an say ebia futu kakra de be ma ban ne say ye twaso say ya.
Okay.
Na isi kasem no enyina pentin say ya. Ejina bibia be fine.
Be fine. Medicine na paper to say the waka na mrepemu no ye be san ba waka chibio na mra no education no akosoa.
Pacho medicine.
Yo. Abusianfo Ora Mensa Thompson, one deputy director in charge general in charge of finance security and exchange commission sec and ane yene no atwetwe enkomo no guso ahwe Adekye Nsroma dai ho na yene abadwafo asinkonya ediga na ho nkomo ko bebia ye beba sesia.